Welcome to Blazing Balls. Monday, Championship Monday, April 7th, 2025, where we blaze through today's other sports ball topics. And we got the basketball championship NCAA live right now. We got number 1 Florida taking on number 1 Houston. And Houston's winning 45-34. Houston upset Duke last night.
That was a bummer.
And it's interesting because coming into this game, Florida was the favorite according to the sports books, and by 1.5 points. And right now, Houston's up by a good chunk, but there's still a good amount of time left, and Florida can definitely still come back. It's interesting because yesterday's championship game was a blowout with the women's. And
the Texas women went down 74-57 to the Gamecocks, South Carolina.
Yeah.
But Texas had a good season. They came in second. And, we were rooting for them all the way. We watched. It was a tough loss.
Well, that was
Friday.
Yeah, that was for the Final Four there.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, was the championship.
Yeah.
And UConn destroyed South Carolina, the defending champs.
Right, UConn
82-59. Yeah.
UConn was the best team.
And that was surprising because South Carolina was the defending champs, and Paige Buckets Beckers put up a good show there. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Strong at 24 points, Florida at 24 points.
Easy win.
Yeah, it was easy for them.
Yeah.
And the speech by the head coach was amazing afterward. Definitely people were crying because of it, and definitely made me shed some tears there too.
Yeah, good stuff.
But he became the oldest coach to win 70, and he's also the most winningest coach now in college basketball.
That's awesome.
So
good.
Yeah.
Longhorns had a good season. They, they made the Final Four. They played well all season. Tough to win in the Final Four. Pressure's crazy.
Yeah, Gino or Emma. Yes.
Very nice.
Name.
Okay. He's an old timer.
71 years old. There
old guys rule right there.
Old guys rule. They get championships.
Well, there you go. He did it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So in the Duke game, Duke goes down 70-67. I thought there was a bad call at the end of the game against Flag. On a reach over call. I don't think it was a foul. Anyway, that was the turning point at the end of the game. Duke goes down and loses. They had a great season. It was a great team. And, they're saying Flag's going to go first in the NBA draft, so we'll see. Great season. And, tough to win in the Final Four, and competition is intense.
Mm-hmm. And the PGA Tour, the Valero Texas Open, was won by Brian Harmon yesterday with a -9. At -2, we got Gerard at -6. At -5. At -3, we got McNeely and Novak.
And the purse was a $9,500,000 purse.
$9.5 million.
Yeah, and we were rooting for him. He's not a big guy. He doesn't hit the ball far, but he sure hits it straight. I tell you, He's very consistent. He went easy.
Mm-hmm. And in the NFL draft, I saw that this Cam Ward number 1.
Yeah,
that's apparently the talk. Apparently that's they got it figured out. And then number 2 is saying to Travis Hunter to the Browns.
Yep.
And so that means there's a big question mark for the Giants now.
Yep.
So
because they have Wilson.
Yeah, they got Wilson. So are they going to go with Shador or are they going to go with Carter? the stud lineman edge from Penn State that was thought to go number 2, but now they're saying the Browns are going to go with Hunter.
I want him to pick an O-line.
Yes, definitely.
That's what I want. But we'll see what happens. The Giants have not done well in the draft for 12 years.
Well, it's also interesting because I saw this article by Fansided. This is a couple days ago. And it was saying the Giants tipped their hands on who they wanted to draft because here's what happened. Apparently, they're not supposed to go to college game day, to college pro game day, the college's pro days. Apparently the Giants ownership is against coaches going to those. They want to have their own private workouts. Apparently, Dayball goes on a jet with a bunch of Giants coaches and goes to Colorado and checks out Travis Hunter, Shador, and Shiloh down there.
Right, one shot.
So,
well, because you do see a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. I thought that was an interesting rule. But if that is the rule, isn't it interesting that he does break it though too?
Yeah. Well, I'm doubting they're going to have a good draft. I don't know.
But they're cursed.
They're cursed.
Also.
I mean, think of what they did.
And this whole story we got Dayball just doing this whole. Just doing whatever he wants to do.
Like, yeah, but he should be doing it though. He should do something.
Of a cursed organization right here.
Yeah.
Well. I don't. The ownership being like, let's not, trade Barkley. Let's keep Barkley. I'd really hate to see Barkley go. Especially to the Eagles. Not said, but it's kind of obvious.
Hey, give the Eagles the Super Bowl.
Gives this, and then they give him to the Eagles, and they get the Super Bowl.
That was the stupidest move ever.
Now they're cursed. They
listen. They can change it if they can have a great draft and they
get
can
a
get
lineman
and get.
But they're not even. They're not even talking about this. They're not even talking. It doesn't even sound like they're thinking about an O-line.
Okay, well that's a mistake.
This is how they're just out of the stratosphere of football.
They did so bad trying to get an O-line, they gave up. 12 years they tried to get an O-line.
Yeah, right. They're just delusional with it now at this point.
They're bad at picking.
They're just like
they picked the worst guys.
They're in such a la-la land. They're just like, what? We don't even need to look at this.
Yeah, they're not even going to do it. We're just going with the flow here. Okay.
Yeah, we need the. We got Neighbors last draft. Let's do the same. Let's get Hunter, which I don't blame him, but it's just like y'all suck so bad you have to get an O-lineman. Like you can't do anything without an O-line anyway. So yeah, you got all these amazing players. Guess what? Neighbors was blowing a gasket after every single loss, being like, this organization sucks.
Right.
And
he's a great player. He's a great player.
Yeah, you can't blame him. It's just yes, Neighbors. Like you're right.
He's the playmaker for the team.
He was the whole team.
Yeah. Well, because they traded Barkley to the Eagles so the Eagles could win the Super Bowl. How do you figure that out? They
should have checked him for a concussion, but then the NFL didn't do it.
They didn't, yeah.
But it's interesting with that concussion rule. They pulled Micah Parsons at one time, and I was thinking that's interesting. That's seemed kind of like a normal football thing move going on. And they took him out, took out the best player on defense. And did not do it for the Giants because the Giants were that crippled. And then they didn't do it. There was never kind of that ever happening again. Also, the UFL right now is entertaining to watch right now.
I didn't see it yet.
Yes, good football going on.
It's fun
in the spring ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to have that as a funnel for the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
So that's good.
Definitely.
That's what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Because without that funnel, it never worked. They tried doing that for 30 years at least.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a recommendation for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Colby just said, you can't do anything without an O-line.
There you go.
We're going to make them
on a shirt, man. Put that on a bumper sticker.
That'll be our first merchandise we'll sell.
Yeah,
there you go. Blazing balls.
That is so
first shirt's coming out.
Do anything with an O-line.
Okay. Well, you an O-line.
We'll design it. We'll design it. We'll go along with the Blazing Baseball shirt.
Okay.
And then then we'll design those two
Okay.
as our first release.
Well, they'll be fun.
Yep.
All the fans are going to buy them up.
Yep.
It'll be a good price.
Yep. And the other. Okay, so it's now 42 to 45.
Okay,
So,
we got a game.
Yep.
Yes.
We
got
got
a
us
game.
a basketball game,
there's
which
a-
is what we wanted.
There's like almost 12 minutes left going on still.
Oh, there's a lot
So
of
this-
basketball left too. We got a close game, and I'm going to get the score back on the Astros. No score in the Astro game yet.
Any other sports ball topics you want to go over?
That's a wrap, Mr. Colby. It's been fun.
Yep. And we'll catch you all here. Wait, we got to go to the NBA.
Oh,
How could I forget?
one more hook.
Okay, so
Wrap it up.
in the NBA today, the Kings beat the Pistons 127 to 117. Heat beat the 76ers 105 to 117. In the Eastern Conference, it's set 1 through 10. There's no movement, so that means we got in the playoffs and the play-in. Number 1 Cavs, 2 Celtics, 3 Knicks, 4 Pacers, 5 Bucks, 6 Pistons, 7 Magic, 8 Hawks, 9 Bulls, 10 Heat. Now these could all mix around
Go next.
to a degree, but yeah, these are the 10 teams. They
First
clinched
Yeah.
Playoff berths, and then the other 5 are eliminated. In the Western, they're still up in the air between the Mavs and the Suns.
Come on,
duking it out
Mavs, pick it up.
Yeah, for the last play-in spot.
All right.
We got number 1 Thunder, 2 Rockets, 3 Lakers, 4 Nugs, 5 Clippers, 6 Warriors, 7 T-Wolves, 8 Grizzlies, 9 Kings, 10 Mavs, 11 Suns, 12 Blazers. Oh, there, yeah, then they're eliminated.
They're out.
All right.
But the Rockets are in.
Oh yeah, Rockets are looking good.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Any other topics?
So wrap, Mr. Cole.
That's a wrap, and we'll catch you all here tomorrow on Blazing Baseball, blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.
Blazing Sports.